Take no prisoners, comrades! You know, I'm trying to get my subs up on YouTube. The channel's mr-stillwinning if you want a sub. Got it.
We are victorious. Good work, comrades. lost that round, but it's not over yet. Get ready for the next one. Switching sides. Team deathmatch. Let's do this, Marines. We taking the lead.
So somebody asked me why I'm playing this on my channel right now, streaming. They're saying, why are you playing Modern Warfare on a Grand Theft Auto channel? And I'm like, you want me to make a different channel for every fucking video game that I play? Come on. I ain't doing that. I mean, it'd probably make better sense to divvy up the subs through the games, but why not have them all in one place through the different games on one channel? Why not? So if you like Modern Warfare, you start subbing. If you like Grand Theft Auto, you start subbing. If you like Black Ops 4 or Blackout, you sub. And that way they're not spread out across channels. It's all one channel. It makes more sense like that. Yo, this thing is right near me.
That round, but it's not over yet. Get ready for the next one. Halftime. Team deathmatch. Let's do this, Marines.
You can only change it once or twice?
All right, Marine. It's up to you now. Finish the mission. Time's almost up.
Right.
Damn, we just got our asses kicked.
As the Navy faces more complex threats to its manned ships from Russia and China, the service is moving quickly to field an unmanned ghost fleet. A new breed of armed, unmanned surface combatants will add more sensors and weapons to the current fleet. In fiscal year of 2020, the Navy has budgeted $400 million for 2 of the proposed large unmanned surface vehicles in its research and development budget line. The Navy plans to continue buying 2 a year until 2024, fiscal year budget 2024, for a total of about $2.7 billion. These are Navy ships with no men on them. They are big-ass drones. These are 200 to 300 foot vessels, 2,000 tons. I'm not sure what the final hull form will be. That's what they are using today in terms of what the Ghost Fleet buy will be. Rear Admiral Randy Kreitz, Deputy Assistant Secretary of the Navy for Budget, said on Tuesday during a press budget briefing. So they're going to have these badass, crazy killer boats out there, and they're not going to be manned. This is I have said many times, the next conflict will be bonkers. It's going to be robot versus robot, drone versus drone, boat versus boat.
Let's do this, Marines.
An 18-year-old kid sitting there on Xbox controller, controlling it all. But that doesn't mean they're safe. That's what I'm saying. Are they creating this technology so they can justify a conflict that would cover all the bases? Nobody would die. The weapons companies would get their money, and we would actually be able to...
Here, stay right there and I'll cover you with this.
I don't know. That's something to think about as well. Check this out. Parents blame elementary school's cell tower after fourth student diagnosed with cancer. A fourth child has been diagnosed with cancer at San Joaquin County Elementary School, and parents believe it's because of radiation caused by a cell phone tower. The towers are spread throughout the community, but it's a particular one that parents say needs to go. Quote, "We had a doctor tell us that it's 100% environmental, the kind of tumor that he has," said Monica Pirelli. Her son Mason was the second child to be diagnosed with cancer in just 3 years at Weston Elementary. He was 10 years old and walked by this cell phone tower daily. "It's indescribable. It's really tough," she said. "It's one of the hardest things that I've been through," said Joe Prime. Prime's son, Kyle, was the first diagnosed with kidney cancer in 2016, and 2 more kids diagnosed this year. "It just seems like a coincidence is no longer a reason for all this illness," Prime said. They believe it's the cell phone tower that's harming their kids. Quote, "Kids shouldn't be guinea pigs, and we shouldn't be taking chances with
Fuck, you got me.
lives," Prime said. The district has had several emails saying that the tower is safe and meets federal regulations. But some families weren't convinced and hired an expert. Quote, "I wouldn't send my kids there at all. It is absolutely dangerous," said Eric Windham, an electromagnetic radiation specialist. Quote, "Children are still developing and their cells are still being divided. It's the worst possible time in their life to be exposed." He says it's not just the cell tower, it also transmits wireless frequencies. Instead of only going 300 yards like regular Wi-Fi, WiMAX can go 30 miles. This is kind of the thing like Xfinity Wi-Fi, where you have Xfinity Wi-Fi everywhere, right? That's what this is. Like, you pay for Comcast at home, so you end up getting it wherever you are. Well, they have to put these towers in to do it. And these towers, if they're close to you, which I have one close, and I'll just say this, I think that it is causing some of the things. Parents want the mask removed, but the district won't budge. Parents say the district gets a kickback of $2,000 a month to have the tower for a telephone company, but the district so far has not commented. Isn't it funny that the school gets paid $2,000 a month just for letting that tower sit there? Why do they have to pay them to have it sit there? It doesn't take up too much room, right? Makes you think. They have to pay you because it's dangerous. It's a real disappointment that it's taking moms of sick children and dads of sick children to come out and say something needs to be done. Pirelli's son Mason has also since relapsed and is undergoing brain cancer treatment, while a fourth child has recently been diagnosed and been taken out of school. Can you imagine your child getting brain cancer? That, I don't know how.
Good job, team. Get ready for the next round.
Treat and go away. They say it's not just a battle now for their children, but a fight for these parents. Say they.
I'm listening to my dude Marv.
Switching sides.
That's what we do, Uncensored Media. Go listen to the radio show. The radio show is called Uncensored Media Radio.
Let's do this, Marines.
Google it.
won't give up. Well, there's a lot of kids that we love that still go to that school, so we are fighting for them, Pirelli said. The district sent out a letter to parents saying that the electromagnetic frequencies are far below federal standards and have completed a thorough investigations and do not have any plans of removing the cell phone tower on campus.
Huh.
Well, there are federal
It's giving kids brain cancer, and they still won't remove it. Give me a fucking break.
Or changing federal regulations, will that harm our speeds on our phones, for our Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp? That's the question I would like to ask. Would you sacrifice your fast internet if you knew that children weren't getting cancer?
We taking the lead.
Personally, I would. Alright. Pentagon eager to test banned missiles after discarding Cold War-era nuke treaty. INF is out the door. The Pentagon plans to test two types of missiles banned for over 30 years under the Intermediate Nuclear Forces Treaty. Reinforcements officials have been preparing for this for years. Oh, are you saying that this might have been like a plan, like a long-term plan that, say, has been in form for years? Sounds like a conspiracy theory. Pentagon officials outlined a plan to produce a low-flying cruise missile with a potential range of around 1,000 kilometers and a ballistic missile capable of traveling 3,000 to 4,000 kilometers. Neither would be nuclear armed, the official said. Though with no treaty to abide by, there would be little holding them back from embracing a cold return to a Cold War-style arms race. The tests are scheduled for immediately after the U.S. official withdrawal from the INF treaty with Russia is finalized.
Reloading.
Not good.
So yeah, if you guys got kids that walk to school
Good job,
and there's
team.
cell
Get ready
towers
for the
around,
next round.
you better change their route. Because just by walking past it at that age where your cells are still dividing, it'll give the kid cancer. So make sure little Jimmy isn't walking past that shit, or he's probably gonna get cancer.
Team deathmatch. Let's do this, Marines.
Now that you're engaged, let the planning begin. Zola makes it easy to register for tons of gifts. Not like that. Think things like what you need. Or actually want. Anything you want. Seriously, anything. You can even add gifts from other stores to your Zola registry, so guests can shop all your gifts in one place. Speaking of guests, they'll love how personal your registry feels. Price matching, gifts for every budget, and free shipping will make them smile too. We'll help you stay on top of it all. When you receive gifts, you can choose to ship them right away. Wait until you have room for them. Or exchange any before they ship. Transfer cash gifts to your bank anytime, and know exactly who to thank, so you can enjoy newlywed life.
So you can get skipped.
Please, you can't bend the rules just once. Is it a possible case of life imitating art?
Do you know the team could use some new batting helmets?
You guys looking for a bride?
You pretending you're above that?
I got my checkbook. Felicity Huffman's character bribing her son's baseball coach in an episode of Desperate Housewives. Now, the Emmy Award-winning actress is one of dozens of parents embroiled in the largest alleged college admissions cheating scam ever prosecuted.
The FBI uncovered what we believe is a rigged system.
We may have
Well, he may have embellished lies a bit on our application.
Right now, this story, a California father tells CBS News he believes his 18-year-old son's alcohol-related death was the result of fraternity hazing ritual.
The worsening hazing scandal tonight at Louisiana State University. This evening, 9 young men have now been arrested as new details now emerge.
2 more of his fraternity brothers face criminal charges, bringing the total to 9 in a brutal hazing case against pledges.
The school was already in the headlines following the death of a pledge at another fraternity. And now this morning, we are learning about some incredibly disturbing allegations. Former fraternity brothers now face serious charges.
According to police warrants, pledges claim they were told to lie down on broken glass, forced to sit in an ice for more than 30 minutes.
Then urinated on. Others punched in the face, beaten on their back and face with a silver pipe, or kicked in the chest and stomach by a brother wearing steel-toe boots.
From those disturbing hazing allegations at LSU, several school administrators have been placed on leave, placing at least 3 administrators on leave while the school investigates claims that they ignored reports of violent hazing. The university isn't naming these administrators, but says at least one of them may have heard a rumor about this alleged incident and then did nothing about it.
The death of Noah Domingo has already prompted Sigma Alpha Epsilon to close its chapter at UC Irvine indefinitely. In a new statement to CBS News, Dale Domingo says, "We have discovered the horrifying truth about fraternity hazing." He contends the fraternity was conducting its Big Brother night ritual, where Noah was compelled to guzzle a so-called family drink to become part of his Big Brother's family. He says that his wife fraternities openly refer to this type of ritual as being one of the deadly nights. Authorities say Domingo died at about 3:30 in the morning, but the initial 911 call was some 6 hours later.
Why is he
Wow.
unconscious? What happened?
He was drinking lunch.
Disputing the account in the 911 call, Noah's father says his son did not just drink too much. He says experts call such victim blaming tortured
Mission accomplished.
rationalizations. The focus on fraternity hazing has intensified in recent years, with the deaths of Penn State sophomore Timothy Piazza and Florida State University fraternity member Andrew Coffey.
Alright guys, I'm jumping out of this. It's kind of boring. But if you guys are listening to what I'm listening to and you're interested, look us up. It's Uncensored Media Radio. We also got a channel on YouTube. It's mr-stillwinning, just like my game tag, that middle score. Have a good night.